was a great weekend, and it seems like it was a month ago already, and it just goes by. This time of the year, it can be a grind a little bit because you're playing so many good teams, and we've got two really good teams coming in again this weekend, Cameron and Midwestern, and both of those teams are right there in the regional rankings, I feel. Cameron's playing some really good basketball, so it'll be a really good game on Thursday. And Midwestern, we've lost a couple over there lately at their place, and so two big games for us coming up this weekend. But yeah, it was a great weekend with DBU and Tyler.
Were you a little concerned maybe after having such a big game against DBU top 5 matchup that maybe there'd be like a little slower start for you guys on Saturday?
We talked about it, and there's no question about it. It just, you can talk about it, you can do everything until you get in that situation. It's hard to understand, but it happens. And the way that Tyler played, they were going to take it down to 5 seconds on the shot clock every possession and try to either, and they got a couple buckets late, and then we fouled them late, and then you got to play defense again. And so I'm really thankful that there is a shot clock. I would not be against the 24-second shot clock at all, but I'm really happy that there's a 30-second shot clock in college basketball. I wish it was in high school basketball too, across the country. Some of the states have actually figured it out. Some will get there eventually. Just like a lot of things in life, you eventually get there. It just takes some people a little bit longer than others.
Just looking at the games this week, like you said, slow start, but still your team keeps its composure. How special is it to have a team like that?
Yeah, we've got a pretty good team of veterans, and then we've got some really good new kids as well. We didn't. The portal hurt us a little bit. We lost some players. We didn't go into the portal at all. We took 6 freshmen, and those guys have been responding. Some play, some are giving us really good minutes in practice, if that makes sense, and some are right there on the edge. And then we have some younger kids too, with Nick Jett and Brock Mishak and Ahmed Mohammed, our sophomores. Those 3 guys are great young men and very good players. And so when you have that, you have good practices. And like you said, we had some really good composure in the DBU game. Sometimes I get a little excited, but that's college basketball. We had such a great crowd, and I just a big shout out to Cedric Knowlton who really got that going, and Michaela. It's great to have those fans there. We had a really nice crowd on Saturday too, but it did not match Thursdays by any stretch of the imagination. Thursday was fun, and when you get those top 5 matchups, people come out and they want to see those games, and so we're going to have some more of those games. I'm telling you, Cameron is really good, and they could be they've had a couple tough losses here and there, and they play hard, and they're going to be we'll have our hands full Thursday night. Yeah, it's going on the road. It's always a little bit harder, but you got to take advantage of that of the breaks of being at home. And if you don't take advantage of that, then teams can come in here and get you. And I think teams will come in, they'll be a little bit loose. They have nothing really. I shouldn't say that. They've got a lot to play for. Cameron and Midwestern are right there, and if they can knock us off, and LCU, they can go 2-0 on a weekend like this. It would be big for them, but it's also really big for us. We've got to go get these 2 this weekend.
You talked a little bit about home crowd and being able to stay at home after a week like last week. Is that right? Good for you guys.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was listening to this conversation over here.
Anyway, I just said, just being able to stay at home after a week like last week.
Yes. There's no question about it. That's a really good point. It's an emotional. It's physically emotional and mentally emotional, those games. And it was a battle for the top spot in the conference, and then it's also for the top spot in the division. And so it was something that it was really nice to be able to get those 2 wins.